This episode of The Modern Rogue brought to you by Privacy.
Head on over to privacy.com/rogue. That's ROGUE, and you get $5 of real money when you sign up.
When I was a kid, I had 2 prime hiding spaces for money.
Go on.
One of them was behind my Young Guns poster.
Of course.
I would just tack up the bills. And I also had, and I thought this one was particularly clever, I had a birthday balloon. Blew it up a little bit, put the money inside, and then put it to my very cluttered cork board full of buttons and pins and memorabilia and everything. Guess what happened?
Somebody threw it away?
No, somebody walked up, looked at it and said, pulled a little pin off the cork board, popped the balloon, said, do I get to keep it now?
What?
Like, first time.
Wait, did he walk in, suspect, there's a balloon, I bet there's money in that balloon.
You could kind of see that there was money in the balloon.
Now we get to the real sauce.
Bit.
Yeah, all right.
Just a little.
That's fine. Well, we could do better.
All right, Brian, we have in the past done an episode on hiding things in everyday objects. We did like a stick of deodorant, right? Yep. Soda can.
Yep.
Dictionary.
Your butt?
We also did that, yes.
That was our OnlyFans. All right, this time we have a whole smorgasbord, a buffet of deception. How about that?
Yes, buffet of deception, starting with, I need you to iron a shirt.
Don't tempt me. I forgot to iron this.
Obviously, you could put something in there, like some bills or something like that.
Yeah, if you wanted to launder your money. See what I did there?
Or let's say you wanted to hide a key or thumb drive. Just slide it into there.
Now, the only downside to this is I would imagine that you can, when you pick this up and, I mean, this is meant to be moved around, so I would imagine you'd hear it sliding.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I guess if you just wrapped it in some tissue or something, that'd be fine.
Okay, yeah, that could work. That's a pretty simple one.
So here's the real question, is if you were looking for the money Lebowski, would you think to look in there?
I wouldn't, but I'm not good at this.
Yeah.
You have ransacked a hotel room.
Okay, yes. Also, I do think I would think to look there. In fact, I'm surprised that the hotel still has their ironing board. That's what they called it in Mad Magazine. They did a whole thing on martial arts with everyday object. They called it the ironing board, where you grab it and you flex it and it hits the other person.
Why haven't we done an episode on that entire article?
I'll get a pen. Obviously, first contender has to be #1 so far.
You're not liking that one so much? You think somebody
No, I think it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's a tube. I mean, in a world where the cops come in and they slash open your mattress, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, that's the cliche, is you hide money in the mattress.
Right.
So that feels like I might think to go in there.
Well, here's another one that I don't even want to do it.
What do you mean? What's wrong?
It's a gross old shoe.
whose shoe
Looks
is
like,
this?
I think it's Corey's. And it looks like he stepped in poop.
So first of all, the right answer is what you do is you get Ruse brand shoes that have a little zipper that you could put exactly 1/4 in.
That's a throwback right there.
Might have been my favorite shoes I ever had because
they had a
they
secret
did
pouch?
something. Yes, yes, real thing.
But see, here's the thing about this one and why it would be effective, because it's gross. I don't want to touch somebody's poop shoe.
Well, okay, so have you ever hid money in your shoe?
Oh, yeah.
Just on top of your standing on it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So what other tricky things, like where's the twist?
Well, maybe you could do a false heel or peel this away or something like that. You know, it's pretty simple, like, hiding it under the sole.
I mean, I would have to think that a lot of people move drugs that way, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
I mean, that seems like something I would see Detective Vic Mackey doing, is pulling off someone's Skechers and peeling it back and saying like, ah.
But you would have gloves, though.
No, you would just touch everything because it's fine. It's fine.
Grossing me out, man.
This one strikes me as much more obvious. So this is my second place at this point.
Okay, yeah. I'm not feeling that one. I'm thinking ironing board and then shoe as well.
Yep.
Next one, high efficiency rotary sprinkler.
Ooh, we did this one on the TV show.
Oh, that's right, we did.
Yeah, because you can
I forgot
actually,
about that.
I love it because anything that's hidden in plain sight, I love because it's above suspicion. So I guess what, you just cut that off and just sort of screw this part back on, or leave your spare key in there. When you're looking for a spare key, I would imagine, what, top of door, under rocks?
Under rock, look for any rocks that might be fake or not.
This is one, even though we covered it in another version before, I don't think I would think to look for this.
I actually put my house key I tie it to a neighborhood squirrel.
And then you've trained it to fetch, and you say, "Squirrel, get key."
Yeah,
and it
exactly.
says, "Yo, you got them nuts?" And then you're like, "Yes." And then comes back with the key, and it's just like, "You give me the nuts, I give you the key." And you're just like, "No,
Yeah.
you give me the key, I give you
Yeah.
the nuts."
Sometimes you find squirrels in your house, watching your Netflix and everything, so it's bad. Anyway, whatever.
This one's my favorite so far because it's a place I wouldn't think of. Everything else I would think maybe it would occur to me.
So you don't think, since a lot of people have seen this, on television,
I
that-
forgot about it, and I'm the guy on television who
Talking
told
about
everyone
it.
that that's a good place to hide a key.
I think this one is good because, again, yeah, you're right. It is out in the open. It's kind of painted red, like you've said. Yeah, I think this is pretty good because if you're outside of a house trying to look for a key, are you going to go pull on all of the sprinkler heads?
See,
Probably
that's the
not.
thing, is you don't want to be the dope that's just like, "What are you doing, sir?" "I'm pulling on sprinkler heads." "Why?" "Because there might be a house key in them."
Right. So yeah, I think this is my best one so far as well. Here's another simple one, right?
Ooh, this one's so easy. All you
Yeah.
got to do is yank out the felty thing and then put in like a curled $1 trillion bill. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Yeah, or you could like roll up a little secret message in there, that kind of thing.
Ooh, yeah. Although I'm surprised, like, look at that reservoir in there. It's pretty occupied.
Oh.
You'd have to pull all that out.
Yeah. Can you pop off the bottom?
Oh, ooh, maybe so.
Is that more difficult?
Yeah, there we go. Oh, it actually looks like it. Yeah, here we go. Oh, now we're talking. Oh, and get this, just like in Jurassic Park, you can even put this back in and it'll even write. You actually never needed to take it off to begin with.
And then we slide our little message in there. That's too much. It was too big of a message. There.
There we go. And then we can draw, look at that. Yeah, that's a good one. That one, oh, probably shouldn't have picked that up. It's fine. It's fine.
So totally effective. I like this one. And imagine if, this is just the brown, but you've got an entire assortment of colors in there. Are they going to take apart all of the markers?
I think they would if they knew they were looking for something printed. They would not. If you're looking for drugs, you would break everything. If you're looking for money, you would break everything. If you're looking for secret messages, you probably would not just break everybody's pen. This one's kind of like the hide a key in that it's above suspicion. I like it.
Okay, yeah, this is my favorite one so far.
That one's a number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah.
Okay, because it's brown.
Well, yeah.
Okay, anyway. And now, same thing.
Oh, dude.
Chapstick.
We've already talked about my juicy fruit story. This one, bottom of the list. Your uncle's gonna throw it away. You're gonna have to go digging through the trash. Boo.
Plus, it's kind of, how difficult is it to get a thing of chapstick open here?
Well, it depends. Do you want to? Well, it twists and ejects it. That's how chapstick works.
But I wanted to,
To take that off, and then you could put in the thing. And
well,
you
I
can put
wanted
it
to
on.
have the chapstick still intact.
Oh,
Or do you have it where you just like, ooh, look, secret message coming out of the chapstick?
well, like what I would imagine is that you would have whatever it is you wanted to hide. Again, we'll say drugs or whatever. And the thing about chapstick is, here we could take all this, drop it on down, wedge in your magic piece of paper, whatever, your money. There we go. And then it's hard to pick up chapstick. And then all you have to do is just put that on top. See? Look at that, right?
Okay, now get the message back.
Yeah. Again, you just twist and it pushes it out.
Does it?
Well, it does if you put it all in. There we go. Oh, there it is. Yeah. See? Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Okay,
And then
okay.
out comes the drugs or the message or what have you.
Well, what do you think?
Okay. Man, pretty low. Above the shoe, I'm gonna have to upgrade. Shoes at the bottom of the list, then this, then the ironing board, and then the rest.
I think that's pretty good. Shoes at the bottom of the list, then that, ironing board.
And then we disagree about
This
this one
one.
versus the pen. You like the pen.
This is, yeah.
All right, what else we got?
This next one, a 9-volt battery.
Is this a legitimate battery?
It is a legitimate battery. And so you just pop off the top there.
Oh. Wait a minute.
Take the device, destroy it.
So I guess these are rechargeable. Do we have a regular 9-volt battery? Have you ever seen what's inside a 9-volt battery?
Isn't it like two AAAs or something like that?
Quadruple A's.
Quadruple A's.
They're 4A batteries, yeah. But to get those open, I assume you have to destroy it, whereas this one, ooh, look at that. Yeah.
So I murdered this one.
Well, here, I'll murder this one. Just sort of snip that, get all that off. And you could even, you lose the heft though. So like if you hold this in your hand, you could tell
that there's no actual
that
battery
it's missing.
there.
Although
Yeah.
you could put lead shot or something in there.
Oh, sure.
How much money do you think you could fit in there? $100 bills?
Yes.
Oh, actually, each $100 bill could be rolled as small as a quadruple A battery. You could do like $800.
I think so.
And then your uncle can throw it in the garbage. Make you go looking for it.
Here's the thing though, you put it in like an old clock radio or something like that. People still have those, right? Clock radios?
Yeah, or a
That's
smoke
still
detector.
thing?
Nobody
Smoke
ever.
detector.
Oh man, you know what? Everybody will thank you because their smoke alarm is not constantly chirping,
Yeah.
saying replace the battery. 'cause
Exactly.
It's already dead.
It's quiet and unnoticed, as it should be.
You know what? This is a public service to anybody who doesn't want to hear chirping. Also, they'll die in a fire, unfortunately.
Also that. This is
This
my
is
number
a
one.
good one.
This is my number one.
I don't know that I would ever think to, oh, wow. So if you really wanted to get fancy, you could even take one of those quadruple A batteries, attach these two leads, and it'll even work. So imagine a device that works, and inside it's a battery that you have to pop off, and there's one battery keeping it alive, and everything else is contraband. Top of the list. Top of the list right here.
Agreed. Agreed. Here's where it gets fun.
Yes. Oral hygiene. Boy, you're not kidding. We are having a blast now.
So the idea here is hiding money or messages, something like
Drugs.
that, written. What, you said it, not me.
Oh no, I was just thinking about drugs in general.
Oh,
Totally
yeah.
unrelated.
Every now and then, just drugs. I like it. All right, so we're gonna take a little message and see if we can put it inside the toothpaste. So what are you thinking so far?
How to put it in or what?
How effective do you think this one's gonna be?
Extremely. Extremely. If all you want to do is transmit a message, I'll be curious where this is headed before I chime in.
It's headed exactly where you think it is.
I assume that where you're headed is you'll just squeeze it out and put it in?
Yeah.
No, see, this is a magician trick. If you wanted to, say, prearrange a deck of cards and have it be sealed, you would not break the seal up top because everybody knows that's where the safety seal is. Instead, what you would do is you would cut the bottom off, eject enough of this, and then all you have to do is we could take, in fact, maybe we should do this. You take a blowtorch, you heat these up, and you squeeze, and it'll seal this.
let's do it.
Back across the bottom. You want to try that?
Yeah.
All right, so here, let's up this a little bit. We'll put a USB drive
Okay.
in here as well.
Do I just clip the bottom off of this like that?
Yeah, as cleanly as you can,
Okay.
as straight as you're able. And then maybe let out about half of it. Yeah.
About right there?
Yeah. In fact, maybe even, oh, that's good. So now we get that nice and wide. And I'm gonna squish this all around. We got our secret spy info in there.
Were you putting a thumb drive in there?
Yep.
Nice.
And then now, put that back in, right?
Nice.
Right, okay.
That's good.
And then we'll go ahead and tuck that in, we'll get the air out, and we want it to kind of squeeze down to roughly that right shape. So we're gonna lose a little bit. Okay, so then, go ahead and clean all this off. Kind of sealed. Maybe we'll try it again. See what happens. Ooh. So this is ugly right now, but
I got an idea. You got an idea?
just cut that off. Cut off that flashing. Dude, you just opened it.
Damn it!
But you get the point. Oh man, imagine if that looked good, which it almost did. And then,
It was okay.
so I was proud. In principle, this one, top of my list, absolutely. Imagine you're going through stuff, you open this, you take it, you squeeze it out, You're all like, I don't see any USB drives in here. Yeah. Although nowadays you probably have some kind of X-ray thing.
And then you can fold it eventually, right? Yeah, that looks like toothpaste at my house.
This one, second place.
Second place.
Battery, if it's a functioning device, I would never think to check inside the battery that appears to be working.
I gotcha.
That is still
Okay.
the top of my list. This one, it has to be lower because I know that this is a known way, like, yeah, when you fly certain airlines, the local TSA equivalent will grab it and squeeze out the toothpaste to at least check.
I'm really liking this one. If you can get that seal looking good and have a co-conspirator who doesn't screw it up. Okay, so if this battery's functioning and in something else, number one. Yeah, and then number
Solid
two.
number two?
Yeah.
Solid number two.
Solid number two. So, you have an intact lid, more or less.
Yeah. Now here's the thing. Let's say we want to smuggle the inside of our marker.
Yeah, like you do. Oh, and there's an idea. What if you just hide random stuff in everything and eventually they just give up because they say,
Eventually,
oh, they're just crazy.
Your wife divorces you for exactly that reason.
One of the things actually has money and secret USB drives, but occasionally you find, the inside of a marker in a can of
Oh,
soup.
look at that. So the only giveaway on this one is that even after you reattach it, and I assume you'd use like airplane glue or something,
Right.
super glue, but those ridges are kind of a telltale giveaway.
Yeah? If you look closely, though,
I don't know that I would go sneaking around in somebody's soup.
that's what my dad always told me.
Don't go sneaking around another man's soup.
Yeah.
You leave my soup alone.
I think you could get that with some effort.
Yeah.
You could get that looking really good.
Yeah, and I guess also, if you know to look for those ridges, then they're a red flag, but if you handed this to me, I wouldn't be all like, what are these ridges on the top of this can you just handed to me?
And this also benefits from the same thing that the marker does. You're gonna have several cans, just like you would have several markers.
Yeah. I'm gonna upgrade this one because it's socially invisible, similar to the key hideaway. This one might be a number 3. The only problem is you have to seal it. So these two, whatever it is you're hiding, better be good enough that you plan to destroy these things to get at them. Whereas the battery and this one, you can access repeatedly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So I'm gonna put those two first and then these two second.
Okay, so I'm gonna go battery first, soup, toothpaste, and I like marker, and then the key thing. One more, Brian. Mayonnaise.
I mean, the problem is I will never access that because it's mayonnaise. And I
you want a
hate,
little?
Nope.
Nope, just a little
bit. Nope.
So the idea here is cleaning out this mayonnaise, but then paint the inside to look like there's still mayonnaise in
It's
it.
pretty good. That's pretty socially invisible. There's only one place it could live. Now, if you're going through somebody's house looking for contraband, would you bother to open an actual jar of mayonnaise?
I think I would.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I think I
And in
would.
that case, even if, let's go ahead and make it, but I suspect that the moment you open it, you're just gonna be looking at money. I really hate mayonnaise.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a delicious soup, toothpaste, mayonnaise bowl for you to get down on because
Some lucky patron is gonna be very weirdly aroused.
we got a lunch break coming up.
No.
Pop this in the
I've got a
microwave.
psychotic break coming up if you keep this up.
Just got a little on the table there. Oh, a little more on the table. I'm gonna leave this out in the sun for a couple of days. It's gonna get real good.
You keep on, you take as long as you want, because Brian's no longer here. I'm going on a little holiday. Do you want me to wash that out?
No, I'm fine. Oh, wait, wash this out?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
That'd be great.
Well, I'll be right
That would
back.
be great.
All right, I did learn something. The right way is to scoop everything out the way you did, and then what you do is you fill it with water, put the lid back on, shake it up, and then keep on doing that, because otherwise just putting it in the sink and washing it out.
Oh, your label will come off.
Exactly, right? So,
Okay.
I messed up the label, and you keep cooking whatever it is that you're cooking over there.
Oh, this is gonna be good stuff, man. It's gonna be good. It's just like a little dash of soup. Oh, come on.
So Here's a weird one. I suspect that we could just spray paint this from the inside.
Yeah?
And it'll be pretty much fine.
Okay.
Because the thing is somebody out there likes mayonnaise. And if you know a mayonnaise lover, then
I
call
know
your local police.
I know how to hide something from you.
Yes.
Just put it in the actual mayonnaise. Brian says, I know it's in there, but I don't want it.
But that's the problem is if you're hiding something, eventually somebody insane person is gonna want what's in there.
he's gonna eat all that mayonnaise.
Yeah, right? No, they're gonna find. By the way, if you're really gonna hide it, then just put the USB drive inside
mayonnaise.
actual mayonnaise. All right, whoop, stop. Oh, dump again. The trick to pour, you pour, and then when you're done, you kind of rotate, and it all stays inside. It doesn't, yeah. Wait,
That's too much.
maybe that's even better because it looks like somebody was messy with their mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Has mayonnaise on the outside for
Well, it's
some
the
reason.
shoe effect. It's not just a jar of mayonnaise.
Now
it's a gross jar
yeah.
of mayonnaise.
Okay, so here. There we go. Yeah. Kind of smear this guy all around. Oh, look at that.
That actually looks pretty good.
Right?
Yeah.
By good, we mean awful.
I mean, I would rather eat that than the mayonnaise.
Yep, with you on that one. See, that looks like paint, but that side,
I think if you're looking for paint, you're seeing paint. But
it's
if
a
you're-
Rorschach test. Mayonnaise is a Rorschach test. Oh, we're so, it's kind of a thing, right?
I think it is. I think that actually works pretty well.
Yeah?
If you're not paying attention, if you're paying close enough attention and looking at it going, wait a minute, this is paint and not mayonnaise,
Then you're a weirdo.
Then
That's on you.
then you're already gonna be at the point where you're opening it and it doesn't matter what it's gonna look like.
Yeah, but if you just want to pass a casual glance.
Yeah, like on a shelf in your refrigerator or something,
Yeah.
or in your garage, wherever people keep mayonnaise.
That's the other thing, man, is like there's only one place to put it, and it's a place that somebody's gonna want to access it. This one, yes, that's a very deceptive illusion,
I think so.
but I think from a practical standpoint, it goes very low. This seems like a high traffic place.
Okay, yes.
I don't know
Because
how low to
everybody
put it.
comes over and they say, Brian,
Where's
got
the
some of that mayonnaise?
That's right, yeah.
Let's get after
Yeah.
it.
How low on your list does it go?
Actually pretty high. I still
Really?
like it. Yeah, because it's easily accessible. You can hide it in more or less plain sight.
Highly accessible does change things.
Here's the trick though, Brian.
Pickles.
You just write expired.
Because that's what people do, is when their mayonnaise expires,
That's right.
they write the word expired and then put it back in the fridge.
Yeah.
No, top of the list, you're right. Because nobody, upon seeing that very weird thing, would think, what does expired mayonnaise smell like?
And if you're Brian Brushwood,
That's $100.
if you're Brian Brushwood and you see a jar of expired mayonnaise with written expired on it and still in the fridge, you're probably just gonna leave their house entirely and never return.
No, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw it in the garbage, and when you tell me it had $100 in it, I'm gonna make you find it.
All right.
I love you, Uncle Al.
All right, let's give your rankings.
I'm gonna say this one right below toothpaste. Toothpaste, this is much more portable, although you can store a lot more, but strangers, hopefully, even if they do want to steal some of your toothpaste, they're only gonna steal a little bit out that end. Whereas if they are gonna take some mayonnaise, it's gonna be, oh wait, $1 billion. So this one has to be a bit lower. Top of my list, Mr. Bat.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you after thinking about it, especially if this one is functional and you put it inside of a device. How many people are actually going to disassemble a battery? You'll take apart the thing that it's in, but you probably wouldn't take apart the battery. I think that's the best one.
Yep.
This one is the worst one, but also the best
one.
Yeah.
Mix
Brian.
up toothpaste and soup and mayonnaise. If there's $100 in there, I swear to God, I'll eat the whole thing. There's not.
Oh man, does anyone have $100?
There's not. Too late. Too late.
I want to see him eat this.
The ongoing war between future Brian and past Brian. I'm like a bad Christopher Nolan movie. Past Brian always writing checks that future Brian has to cash.
Can't understand what he's saying, takes way too long to say it.
There's like 12 levels, for God's sake. Sorry, that's neither here nor there. The important part is how many times do you swear that future you is gonna make sure to cancel a subscription or something like that?
I had a subscription to a popular MMO for a good 3 years past the point I'd even been playing it.
Oh no, or free trials every time you sign up for one of those?
Never ends up free.
That's what I love about privacy. Privacy.com, you install the little browser plugin, press one button, it generates a card, and the number is tied to that unique vendor. Even if they get hacked, you don't have nothing to worry about because you set the limit and you set when it burns out.
I like setting those monthly limits so if someone increases their monthly cost and maybe you don't read the email, I never read the email, then you don't get charged the upcharge until they say, hey, you sure you want to pay this extra $2 a month?
Yeah. And this is that time of the year where we all lie to ourselves that we're gonna get better about finances. You can actually make a difference by going to privacy.com/rogue, $5 of real money to spend on anything you want. Thank you, privacy.
Offer and link in the description below.
Do you not know how to open a can of soup?
Not with this one. Not one of these.
Are you crazy?
Not one of that. I mean, that doesn't look like mine.
I believe this. There's the rolly bit and the teeth bit thing. Yeah. And then it goes on the side like this. There you go. And then it pinches.
Okay. I've got one, it just doesn't attach like that.